Hello, welcome to Tarot by the Moon. It's Tasha here at Tarot by the Moon. Just coming in today with a little extra special mini reading for you guys today. Got this fantastic Starseed Oracle set. Yes, Starseed Oracle. So on that theme, I mean obviously I've had a little look-see at it, but I thought I'd come in today. It's very exciting and share it with you guys. It's by Rebecca Campbell. Just hold it there for you. And the artwork's by a lady called Danielle Noel. So it's I'll read the back of it to you to introduce you to it for a start. I just thought I'd do a little mini read for you guys with it, just to share. It says, have you always had a longing for home without knowing where home was, or a sense of knowing deep in your soul? If so, you may be a starseed soul, someone who was incarnated elsewhere in the cosmos before your time here on Earth. So, that's the introduction. Now, as I said to you a couple of weeks ago, I've been absolutely thrilled to bits to receive a starseed reading and to get my starseed name and all of that, etc. And I urge you guys to open your mind to these possibilities and welcome those new energies in, okay? Remain open-minded is all I'm asking of you. Wanted to come in today and share this with you. So we're still in the new moon, by the way. We're still in the new, so we're just gathering a little bit of pace. It's Thursday today, so a lot of people will be celebrating the Jubilee or not celebrating it, or celebrating, not celebrating it, or whatever, or just looking at it as a historical sort of occasion, or just a nice day off, or even if you haven't got any of those luxuries and you have to work, whatever, you know. It's Thursday, it's still in the new moon, we're still in the Gemini season, and we're in a Cancer day today. So it's a lovely, soft energy, and I do feel really lovely and soft, and this whole deck is such soft. Look at the colours, they're so soft and pastel-y, and yeah, it's got that sort of, I feel like it has got quite that watery Cancerian vibe to it, actually. Also, last night I tipped over a little trinket box that I've got with all sorts of bits and bobs in, and out fell this little skull bead that I've got quite a lot of knocking around somewhere because I used to have them all on a bracelet. And this butterfly, which used to be part of a hairpin. I always keep these sorts of things because they make nice little totems, yeah, that I wore quite a lot actually at one time. And they just wanted to be, or to me it was obvious, to me that was obvious of a signifier of death, almost like the Death Tarot card, about allowing something to die, honouring it, and then new life comes behind it. Just the fact that the skull and the butterfly had fallen out, and I knew that I had to come on and share this starseed reading with you guys, just as an extra special little special year at Tarot by the Moon. So also this stone wanted, and then I've realised that this stone is a petalite, and petalite is all about healing the heart and opening the heart. And this oracle is all about the heart. It's all about opening the heart chakra and understanding that the heart is actually a portal to all other quantum dimensions. Interestingly, in the little guidebook that comes with, I did read, and it's one of those little facts that we probably all know but you forget, is that the human heart, when an embryo is forming in the womb, is actually the first organ that comes into play. I can't keep that discussed, so I'll just leave him there. And that is actually the portal for the soul to come through there, okay? The selenite in the middle as well obviously represents cleansing away the old, bringing in the new, allowing transfiguration with the butterfly. And then we've also got a piece of, oh goodness me, I've forgotten what the name of this is now. This is another, this will come to me, tourmaline, it's pink tourmaline. It's a rough piece of pink tourmaline, and it'll actually also tune you in with the heart chakra very well, okay? Very high vibration, actually. So, that's what's going on today. So, let me just, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to just do a quick, like a 3 card thing for you guys, okay? So this is for the collective, this is for our tribe. Now there's all sorts of wonderful there we are, the 3 card spread, so let me just show it you there. Okay, it does encourage me to use the thing, but I'll just do it like this for now. Fated life, which is the call of the ego and the obvious life. Number 2, the destiny life, the call of the soul. And number 3, the bridge, which is the leap or the challenge or the decision to face and the change or action you're being called to make. So what you think is going to be, what the obvious things that you should be doing are, what the call of your soul actually is, and what you need to do to bridge that gap, okay, in the 3 card reading. So let's have a little go of that. Okay, my loves, I'm just going to do it the usual way here, just for the sake of the camera. So, it's very exciting. I hope you're going to stick with me through this. Thank you for all my likes, shares and subscribes on the last video as well. Please give me a like, share and subscribe for this one. Like I say, it's just a random mini one. If you really, really love it and you want more regular, me to involve this deck more regularly and get into this whole Starseed thing a bit more, sort of included in the regular readings, then just let me know, because I'll be happy to get any feedback and incorporate new things and new ideas in. Keep it nice and fresh. Let's see what's coming up for my lovelies. Okay, obviously we're always, as always, calling in the highest vibration of love into this reading for yourself from the divine. For anyone involved in this reading, for all your loved ones, for all those who need the radical compassion most of all, for the misunderstood and the misplaced, for the planet, for the animals, for the plant life, the fungus life, the bacterial life, all of the life that supports us and teaches us here, all of the life in other realms, other galaxies, other dimensions that we've yet to understand. Nothing but the highest vibration of love coming through. Tarot by the Moon. Please consider this reading a protection, a healing and a cleanse. And so it is. Let's see what else is coming. I'm so excited about this. There's a lot of energy being shifted here, and I'm not surprised. There's a lot of dense energy around taking in new concepts, no doubt. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So there's our first 3 out of the Starseed Oracle, my lovelies. Exciting. Let's go in. So the first one we got, Star Family. Now look at that. Okay. Star Family. You're a part of a team of souls. Call in your support. Exactly. It's not just you, you're not alone, you're part of a team of souls calling you support. Don't I say this to you guys every single episode of Tarot by the Moon? Call in your guides, ancestors, angels, however you prefer to think of them. I don't think they can probably be defined by any of those things. They're probably defined by things that we can't quite get our heads around just yet. But whatever makes you comfortable, they'll be comfortable with it. But do call them in. Do understand that you're quantum. You're not alone. You're the sum total of your ancestors for a start. Nobody would deny that. That's deeper than our DNA, whatever you're up to on all of this, you know. So do call them in. So that is beautiful. Love that energy. Look at that. Love, love, love it. Okay, my darlings. Next one to come out. So that's the call of your ego, that's the obvious life. Next one, the call of your soul. I remember. Soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. That's perfect. It's exactly perfect for what we're trying to achieve here in this reading, for the collective and for the tribe and for yourselves individually, is the call of your fated life, or your so-called fated life, or your ego life, or the obvious things that you got going on or that you should be doing, to what the call of your soul actually is. And the call of your soul says, I remember. This might all seem very familiar. This might be hitting a chord with one or two of you, I wouldn't wonder, at least. Soul plan. Your soul's got a plan, even if your ego doesn't think this is feasible. So even if your ego's sort of telling you, I don't know about this, well, that sounds a bit far out, or people might think I'm crazy or whatever. You know, that's just the ego talking. That is just the ego. That is just like our own arrogance that has held us back for all this time and that we've allowed to hold us back. Okay? Your actual soul remembers. I can't believe it. The whole 58 cards, that one should come out in that position. It's so perfect. And the next one is the bridge. So this is how we're going to bridge this together. Okay? This is how we're going to bring it together. Your life is a canvas. You're an artist. Manifestation, creative accountability. Isn't this something else we've talked about many times at Tarot by the Moon? That we are the masters of our own creation. We are the master creators of our own life, of the world we see around us, of all of the circumstances that we bring to ourselves, both negative and positive. They're all lessons, they're all learning, they're all blessings. It's to understand. So the bridge that we're making is to understand our own power, to understand our own power as master creators in this dimension. So we are still plugged into all of the other quantum dimensions that we're a part of, and our star family, etc. And we can call that in, and we can call that legacy in, and that power in, and that knowledge, perhaps from lifetimes past, etc., etc. But it's up to us to bring all those pieces of our life together and create a work of art. You are the artist, alright? Your life is a canvas. Your life is a canvas. You have control over it. You and only you. Sovereignty. On Jubilee Day. Sovereignty. Let's talk about that, yeah. I hope that makes sense. I am absolutely loving that. I'm just going to look at the little meanings from the booklet. Like I say, this is quite new to me, so let's see what's coming in. Bear with me a minute, peeps. Just straight off the bat, that was my own, obviously, intuitions. 108. Star family, you were part of a team of souls calling your support. I love this. I literally got no doubt in my mind that I'm part of a star family, that's for sure. What's that? You know, this is something we all know, isn't it, as well these days? This is something quite known generally in science. At some stage, we were each a part of a soul cluster, a gathering of souls who broke away from one another to experience themselves individually. Those who are part of your soul cluster are part of your star family. Your star family are those souls who are cut off from a similar cosmic cloth. You haven't just experienced lifetimes together, your souls were once actually one. It's very common for star family members to incarnate at similar times to work with anchoring a similar frequency of light and to cross paths with each other. You know that someone is a part of your star family when you feel like you know and remember them from the moment that you met. They feel instantly familiar and comfortable. Time both passes quickly and stretches when you're with them. You feel more yourself with them than with anyone else. It can sometimes feel like looking in a mirror, because in a way you are. Often you'll go out of your way to help those in your star family, instinctively knowing it's part of your path. When a star family member dies, you feel it very, very deeply, regardless of how long you might have known them. A certain soul mourning or soul breaking occurs. Think about the people in your life. Who do you feel is part of your star family? If this card came up in the spread, it's likely that you've met someone who was part of your star family, or you're about to. So the inquiry, it says soul inquiry. Who do you think it is from your same star family as you, and how can you call to them for support? So it's not just about calling like as we do, and which we do recommend, obviously, sort of into the ethers sort of thing. It's actually about looking about in your network of family, friends and acquaintances, of who you really have that familiar pull to. And we all know what that means. Every human being knows what that means. That's your star family. So you can call on those guys for support always, okay? That's really interesting. I'm fascinated by this and I'm learning this with you guys. Pretty much, anyway. Obviously I've had a little look, but I remember was the next one, because this was also saying that, yeah, I remember, okay. Bear with me a second. 76. Soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living in right now, when you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If you pulled this card, it's because you're likely now to face the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life, to trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads, at a moment where you're being called to make a decision to keep walking in the perfectly laid out path before you, or to choose the one less travelled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You're being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal to doubt. For doubt to rear its head. In fact, it's a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with a doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. So what are you being called on to do to surrender to your soul's plan? So again, this is like, as far out as all of this is and everything, it's also very practical, isn't it, and down to earth, because what are you doing? What is your true calling? What are you ignoring? What are you what should you be saying yes to that you're not saying yes to because you live in the life that's expected of you? It's going to mean some kind of upheaval. It's going to mean some kind of like chaos as well. Some sort of like almost a tower moment I'm feeling there. Like what we'd say in tower is a tower moment where it's, oh, well, I'm going to have to allow all of this to fall apart. This is what I was building. This is what I was doing for so long. But it's not my true soul calling. And to follow your soul calling takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of courage, a lot of guts, a lot of faith. Yeah, but it's well worth it, well worth the rewards, well worth this feeling of completeness and wholeness when you do take those steps, even those first few steps. And I can vouch for that myself, just like even doing this channel. You know, it's your soul, whatever your soul calling might be, and there might be several strings to your soul calling bow, so to speak, as well. It's not just one thing, is it? It's the whole way of life. It's the whole way you do probably a lot of things, where you're being true to yourself, where you're being a true individual and a sovereign human being who is expressing themselves freely and without feeling the need to explain their actions to other people or make excuses for yourself in any way, shape or form. Actually being true to the core of you. The more of us that do it, the more we'll be creating that new earth that we're trying to create, that we're chatting about, dreaming about all the time. I hope that makes sense. That's feeling quite strong and very inspiring. Somebody here. And the next one was about your life being a canvas and being an artist of manifestation and creative accountability. And we've talked about this quite a lot in the readings lately, actually, about how we're accountable for, and you have to remember to be accountable for everything in your life, even the pain, even the painful stuff. You start to realise how you have manifested it. And for some time there might be resistance to that, because I know I went through that. It's like resistance to, oh no, I didn't create that. Oh no, that wasn't my fault. Well, no, I didn't ask for that. But when you really start to get in, you see that you did manifest it, then you sort of start to rise from there. It's like the lesson to take from that is actually, wow, I created that. If I created all of that nonsense for myself, I could create something amazing. That's how powerful we are, you know? So let's tap into that. Let's try and understand that together and grow from that together. So let's have a look what that one says. Your life is a canvas. Bear with me. 1, 3, 4. Manifestation and creative accountability. You are the artist of your life, and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based on your past thoughts and belief. It's so true. So true. Your current thoughts determine your future. Right now, in the present, right now, you can change anything in this very minute, yeah? What kind of life do you want to create for the future? What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings and actions with the vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start, and no experience is required. Perfect, isn't it? It removes all blocks or excuses or any of that we may create for ourselves. All you need is an open heart. So if you're still stuck, if you're still feeling resistance to all of that, that's a good place to start, is to ask for your heart to be opened, ask for your heart to be healed, okay? And like I said to you the other day, don't expect miracles overnight with all of this. It's not supposed to happen, you know. It'll be a slow, it'll be a gradual healing, it'll be step by step, yeah? If you're not sure what you'd like to create, start instead with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that's already good in your life right now. There you go, perfect. State out loud what you're most thankful for. Look for the good in your life, and one thing will be certain: you'll find yourself attracting more and more good experiences into your world. It's so true, and I've learned that as well as many of us have, even at times where you're at like rock bottom, absolute rock bottom. If you just find one little tiny thing to smile about, one tiny little thing to comfort yourself with, and that you're grateful for, you know, like your cat climbing onto your lap, or your dog showing you some affection, or a bird landing on your windowsill, or a spider in the corner of the room, or anything at all. A phone call, a random phone call from somebody, a memory of when things were better, and then believing that things can be good again. Remembering your achievements, remembering how far you've come, even though that might have been some time since you've had that feeling. Just allowing all of those good things to come up will attract more of those good things to you. It's an excellent place to start. This card is inviting you to see your entire life as a canvas, and the picture is completely up to you. Colour it with your thoughts and feelings. Create the life that you most long to live. You may also be called to be more creative in your everyday life. What have you been called to create, and how can you express yourself more creatively? It's perfect. So it's a perfect way to start, bridging the gap between what the ego is telling us and what the soul is telling us in this particular reading, okay? Is to be creative, is to allow yourself to be as creative as you like, but as I say, unapologetically, without explaining to anyone, without feeling guilt, without, you know, any of that. And if you're finding that difficult, then just do the creation anyway, and keep doing that until you start to feel less and less like you have to justify it, explain it, or have approval for it, or any of those things. Gradually, the more you'll do it, the more you'll feel that healing. Be as creative. I mean, it could be anything. It could be in your, like it says, it could be in your everyday life. It could just be new ways that you go in about your day. That's going to ruffle a few feathers because people are used to you doing things in a certain way or whatever. It could be something simple as you want to just get more creative in the kitchen. You want to go, Joe, I've never tried that before. I've always wanted to try making that. I'm going to make that today, and just getting on with it and doing it. It could be something simple, things like that in your day-to-day life. You might want to change your appearance. You might look at other people and feel quite envious. I wish I had the guts to wear that. I wish I looked like that or whatever. And just make those changes in yourself. It's about actually, like there's triggers with all of that as well, I think as well. There's a lot of shadow work there to be done as well, and you'll get through it. If you really want to make those changes and create that life for yourself, you will absolutely do it. You will call in your star family, you will call in your ancestors, call in your guides, and they will help you to open your heart to all of that, to be strong enough to do the shadow work, to integrate the shadows so that you're able to do that. Something that I've learned the hard way about shadow work is that if something's like really annoying you about a person, and you shouldn't really be annoyed by them, you just find them annoying. Yeah, you just like, oh, they're really great at me, they're really annoying. There's usually something in that. I've learned it the hard way. There's usually, deep down, there's a little bit of envy there or something. You wish you were more like that, or that there's something there that you sort of haven't come to peace with in yourself. It's a very basic, simple lesson, really, but it's like, it's really interesting once you start to take a step back from yourself and realise that you're doing that. And it becomes more like second nature the more you do it as well. So you realise that you're getting your hackles up about something, and you think, well, why? And then you realise what it is that person is triggering, that you need to heal in yourself, or that you need to express in yourself. And then you just take that step to do it, and then you're fine. Absolutely fine, not even bothered anymore, you know. So it's about healing, it's about being a complete human being, and it's about co-creating the world we want to live in, which is, you know, run by complete human beings for complete human beings, which up till now perhaps we haven't been. Up till now perhaps we've been led, we've been exploited, and all of those things. Okay, it's time for healing, it's time for letting go of all of that and creating the new. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I feel like I want to do one more because, like I say, it's a fascinating little oracle set, and it's a fascinating little book with it. And there's a couple of different ones here, and one of the spreads is called Baby Step, and I feel like that's what we need, because I didn't want to come in and confuse you all. I just wanted to share it with you and introduce you to it. So let's just see what the next baby step that we need to do to get put this starseed ball rolling is, and then we'll call it a day. Thank you so much for your time and patience today. Bit different, as I say, a bit random. Just a little extra special thing for you. Please give me a like, share, subscribe, all of the usual stuff. Please don't give your money to anyone if they've been approached for a reading, because that won't be me, that won't be the way I'll do it. If you need to have a reading from me, please just get in touch with me and I'll set that up for you personally, no problem. Be absolutely thrilled to bits to hear what you all think of this. Please give me comments, smiley face, anything at all. Just let me know what you think of this, and we'll take it from there. I'll be back in a few days' time, no doubt, to do the usual Tarot by the Moon Phase Collective. Right, let's see. To you? Oh, perfect. Hello, Mr. Milo. Mr. Milo's come in to say hello. The Jack Russell with the Mostess. The Parsons Russell, I should say. What have we got? Star bathing, light body crystal grid transmission activation. So perfect. We'll just rest it there on our little crystal grid. Okay. Star bathing, gorgeous with lovely colours, and then so soft, not even a pastel, sort of like a muted, watery, light filled star bathing, you say. 104. The stars are constantly showering emanations onto the crystalline grid of the Earth. When things are in balance, the planet also sends information back to the stars. That makes perfect sense. We are magnetic. Many starseeds have come to the Earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten. And all of that information is stored in the crystalline grid. If you pull this card, you may be being called to be working with the stars and the crystalline grid of the earth. Some people believe that the crystalline grid of the earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies into the planet. You may be guided to journey to particular places on the earth and to unlock these cosmic codes with your very presence. You may also be interested in a practice called starbathing. Download a starbathing meditation at www.starseedoracle.me. This card commonly arises because you're here to connect with the crystalline grid of the earth, either in your hometown or by travelling to other places without quite knowing why. It can also mean that your light body, the energy body that's in its highest form, is being activated. If this resonates, then take things extra slow in order to integrate this change of vibration. Put your hand on your heart, take a deep breath. This is your starseed activation. I am open myself up to receiving the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me, and as they do, may it heal the earth too. Another deep cleansing breath. And so it is. That is wow. I'm so happy to share that with you. I'm so happy that one came straight out. No messing about. This is what it's all about. It's something that I've been personally working with for a long time. Activating the grid, all of that. Everything that I've just read out is something that I've been involved in for about, probably about 7 or 8 years now. Mostly through my friends at Light Grid. It's very, very fascinating. Don't overthink it, is what I'll say to you if this is just a bit new to you and a bit whatever. Don't overthink it, okay? Just do the next thing that you're prompted to do. You may just find that you've been having an interest in going to ancient sites. You may just find that you've had an interest in looking up about the stars or crystals or any of those things. Just follow your intuition and do the next thing. Please do not overthink it. What did the message there say? It said, if this is starting to resonate with you, the first thing you need to do is slow down. Don't forget this is a baby step, okay? Which was what was recommended at the end of the 3 cards. So that's why I've done you this baby step now. Let's break it down for us. So let's slow down and integrate this information and integrate this knowledge. Then take the next step, okay? Always take self-care, always paramount. First and foremost, stay hydrated, rest if you feel like you need to rest. It's totally normal to feel like you need more rest when you're downloading this kind of stuff. Follow your intuition, ask for guidance, ask for protection. Well, you're protected anyway, but if it makes you feel safer to ask for it, then do. And you'll be doing the right thing. I'm always here, like I say, I'm always here if anyone needs to have a chat or ask me any questions about any of this stuff. I'm always more than happy, over the moon for that. So please get in touch. Please let me know what you think about all of this. I hope you've enjoyed. I hope I haven't taken up too much of your beautiful time today. And I hope that you enjoy the rest of the weekend, whatever it is you're up to. Like I say, just make the most of it. Make the most of the break. Make the most of the beautiful weather. Make the most of the good and happy vibes that'll be abounding. Just, don't forget, whether you agree with the royal family and the Jubilee or not is besides the point. The point is there's going to be a lot more happy vibes. People are going to actually be enjoying themselves, which is great in my book, because after the last couple of years, especially, for people to be able to get together and just enjoy themselves, that in itself is amazing. So just feel that positive energy, feel that wave of positive energy as we're still in this new moon phase, okay? And let's open our hearts to our starseed activations, and let's just look forward to the next beautiful phase of life unfolding. Love you all so much. Please give me a like, share and subscribe. All the love and all the light.